Alright, are you looking for a nice light pasta dish that's super easy to make and goes with just about anything? Today's recipe is perfect for chicken, shrimp, and even scallops. Let's hop into it. One way we're going to enhance this dish is by making it all in one pan, so the flavor of those scallops is going to add to this pasta. So to start, we need to mince some garlic. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of garlic, so I'm going 4 cloves, but if you want a little bit less, feel free to cut it in half, and then we're going to set that off to the side. Then we're going to take a large lemon. You're going to zest it first, and then we only need the juice from one of these halves, or about 2 tablespoons worth. Next, we're going to take some fresh Parmesan cheese, and we're going to shred about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Now, my favorite ingredient in this pasta is 2 tablespoons of drained capers. They really provide that citrusy punch. Now for the protein, I often use shrimp, but today we're going with about 1/2 pound of scallops, and we're pulling these things out about 30 minutes prior to cooking, and we're just gonna pat them dry. It's at this time that you can begin salting your pasta water and dropping in about 12 ounces of linguine. Now back to the scallops, super important with these is you can only season them right before you put them in the pan, so don't do this too early, otherwise we won't get that beautiful crust. To sear the scallops, take a large fry pan and over medium-high heat, add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and some olive oil, and once melted, add in your scallops one at a time. The important thing here is that we don't want to overcrowd the pan, so make sure there's some space in between each scallop, and we're going to sear this first side for about a minute and then flip. You'll sear this second side for another minute or so, and this will be enough time to give it some good crust but not overcook it. Now once they're done, then you're going to remove the scallops and put on a separate tray. So in that same pan, let it cool down for a few minutes before adding in your garlic, and scoop up some of that fond from the scallops on the bottom. This will give us some incredible flavor. Then we're going to add in about 3/4 of a cup of a dry white wine like a Chardonnay and bring to a simmer. You'll want to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes so that alcohol can burn off, at which point we'll add in 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, give it a stir, and now bring this mixture to a simmer. Then we're going to add in our shredded Parmesan cheese and give this a stir until the cheese has fully melted and the sauce has thickened up quite a bit. Then you're going to turn off the heat and we're going to add in our lemon zest, our lemon juice, and our capers and give it a stir. If your sauce is too thin, you can bring it back up to a simmer until it's thickened up a bit, and then we're going to do final seasonings with some kosher salt and black pepper. Now we're going to add in all of our cooked pasta directly into the pan and give this thing a good mix until the pasta is fully coated in the sauce. Now I recommend saving some of that pasta water because it can really help thin up that sauce if it gets to be a little too thick. For plating, I like to use a ladle and this tuning fork to get a nice nest of this pasta, so we're adding that to a plate. If I was using shrimp, I'd put that directly into the pasta, but these scallops are a little bit more delicate, and for topping off, we're just going to use a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese, and you're done. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.